What are you doing, Mom?
He's videotaping us.
My question is, I want to hear the story of how you and Dad met back like 10 years ago, or whenever that was.
When we met 10 years ago?
No, when you met.
How you met?
That thing scares me.
No, you can't hold it. You
Yeah,
gotta
can't
talk.
hold it, you just gotta talk. So tell us the story of when you guys first met.
Okay, we met through a friend, Dave Nicholas, and I was living with, kind of staying with Margaret, my friend, and he met me and he said, I have the perfect guy for you, because I was older, I was
45?
yes. Anyway, and I said, what do you mean? If he's that old, if he's not married, there must be something wrong with him.
All right, Dad, what do you have to say in reply to that?
Well, I didn't come for a date. I didn't expect one, except it was a blind date kind of a deal.
And it was to a basketball game. That's the only reason I went.
Biola University, we were going to go down there and Dave was going to drive, and he was a professor at the time.
And he was dating Margaret, my friend.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Dave was quite the Casanova.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Ask Grandma what that means.
What does that mean?
Cover your ears. So when Dad and Dave came to the door where we were staying in Margaret's apartment, he opened the door and I said, I'm gonna marry him.
You said it out loud?
No,
No.
no, that would have been bad. He would have thought, whoa.
So did you know she was going to marry you?
No, but it's sort of strange that after, getting up to the door, and these three girls were behind the door when it opened.
All of Margaret's roommates, they were all
Three
teachers.
girls. And there was no exact choice. I mean, there was three girls, but there was another one I didn't see. And she was shorter. And when she walked in, I said, I'm gonna marry this girl. And said out loud.
And that ends up being Mom?
Yes.
Anyway, I couldn't have been further from the truth and come out with it working out.
I just remember I had this dress that I had made and I had blue tights. With
Yeah.
Which were pretty wild. I figured, I got a little shock value here. But,
Really?
yeah,
I don't remember that part of the story.
so I'm just throwing that in.
Well, that was really how we met, some of the steps involved. And going from that position of standing in the driveway and looking at really four girls, but one of them I knew was in the dieting circle. And I knew that I was busy. A lot of hard work. Exams were terrible. And I didn't have time for girls.
But anyway, at the end of the day, he said something about, well, I might call you in a couple of weeks. And he called me the next day. We went to a Catholic school conference, concert.
Yeah, I will be university.
Viola.
Oh, yeah.
I was witnessing to a Catholic priest. And my wife was just making money. And he was at the school, or he came to the business where I work. This
Animal lumber?
and wall lumber. Anyway, he was very friendly, and he said he was witnessing to me. He was hoping that I would make some notion, I suppose. He didn't at all. That wasn't the idea. But the question was, with Gracie, should we go to the dinner, or should we go to the concert? And, you know, it was just, I was struck, and she was too, but she didn't tell me that she was interested in me or had any thoughts of me. But she said,
Would I do that?
she told it about 15 years later.
After you were married?
Yeah. But she 14, 15, 20 years later, on us giving our testimony at a Valentine's Heart.
At a
dinner.
Valentine's banquet.
Yeah, Valentine's Night. It was interesting. But I needed that. I needed some opportunity, because Gracie doesn't give testimonies. She doesn't speak in public. And
I'm a little church mouse.
And I offer that. It's not a problem. For me, I accept regardless of what she had done. And it wouldn't have made any difference for me.
So you guys started dating. How long did you date before you got married?
Not very long.
2 weeks?
No.
Oh,
We got married, it was about a year and a half.
no. Yeah, something like that.
I couldn't afford it.
We broke up in the middle because Dad was,
I was busy.
he was busy. And then he called me, he wanted to get back to, he wanted to take me out to dinner or something, months later. And I said to him,
Well, it was a relaxed thing. She was at church, I was at church. It was Sunday evening actually. And I came out of the parking lot and walking, and she was out there with her car, her trusty 57 Ford Jet wagon.
that I didn't even know it could go so fast. It had a Thunderbird engine in it.
Nice.
Four barrel. So I talked to her and said, I looked at the tires and I said, you know, you should never drive in a car on the freeways that's got bald tires. And I'll take care of that tomorrow. And we got to get together and I'll make sure you have things right. Well, I didn't get that done until weekend, but I added to that. Why don't we go have something to eat?
Okay, now what did I say to that?
She said, I don't follow people who can't make a decision. That's pretty close to it.
Yeah, is that right?
I said, if you don't really mean business, I'm not interested. I'm not just going out to dinner to have nothing else to do. You gotta,
She was
this is
pretty stiff.
serious. Because my heart was it was too much frustration. Either get busy and mean business or hit the road.
Well, I don't know what she said that part.
I didn't say that part. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's was the gist of it.
She meant that, you could tell from the tone of her voice. And I said something about, well, when we went to the line, it was a place we had been to quite often, right by USC campus. But when we had got in the line, we got down about 2 or 3 people is all in depth. And this girl had flaming red hair. And this lady that was serving the table, actually serving it to feed from the cafeteria type style, but upper first class. That was a key turning point too, because I didn't really like bright red hair.
Because I had red hair and Dad didn't like somebody with red hair. And so we were out and somebody said that I had really pretty hair. And Dad was in shock that he thought, oh, maybe red hair is okay.
Not really. On my side, that's not exactly how I did it, but
Oh,
I let her see that that was not an issue. In fact, it was a positive in her case because her hair was beautiful. And, you know, it wasn't red. It was auburn type.
it wasn't carrot red.
That's right. Oh, it was gorgeous. I got more comments on Gracie than
But Dad didn't like it at the beginning.
But you grew on him a little bit.
I
Yeah.
liked it. It just I couldn't give in. So anyway, I had to finish school, and that was a Christmas concert at Lyle the 5th down, and it was a pretty good concert, and got to meet the head Catholic priest of Southern California. I don't know what he thought of us, and I didn't care. So when I got home, I said to her, I know I have to take you home from tonight's concert, and I'm going to take you to Hemet, to your parents, because you've kind of an alien. You've run away.
Kind of
from
run
home.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She was getting out of the house, and she didn't have the best attitudes in the world about her family. And I don't know.
I think you're telling Paul too much.
I didn't understand why I kept thinking to myself that I'm going to ask this girl to marry me when I only known her, 30 hours. But I started talking serious right off the bat. She shouldn't have really talked to me. But I had an instinct in me that said, this needs to be done right. And the parents were, mom and dad, and it was late at night. It was like 1 in the morning. And so we had a discussion on just where was I going to sleep, because we had to stay. I had to go clear back from Hemet to the new home if I stayed, so there was no way to stay. So I told her I could go back in the morning, and I had a really nice car. It wasn't mine.
That wasn't yours.
Roland Heed,
That's why it was not.
a friend of mine, had given me his car. It was a really nice Chevy, and I could drive it anywhere. And so, but I've wondered often in the years following, would I ever have let my parents turn me loose like that? Because I was like 19 or 20.
No, you were a lot older.
21.
When you went away to college?
Yeah,
went
I
away.
went away to college when I was 17.
And we didn't meet until you were in seminary.
Yeah, so
That was,
Long time. So what's the date of your wedding? When did you guys get married then?
May
May
17th.
17th, 1969.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. Good job.